Did John Cena just turn face in a promo? It was kind of weird because not in the sense that it was bad, because I think we can all agree this heel turn has kind of been a little lackluster, but to do it in like a promo, I don't know. I feel like something on Sunday night is going to be an extension of this, right? I don't know if it's going to be like I guess like a double turn with Cody turning heel and John Cena turning face, or we can do him just staying a heel or him just being a baby face entirely and Cody's a baby face and they go from there. I do not know. It's just that promo was just kind of odd because it came out of nowhere, right? Because up to this point he's shown like little hints of like the old John and being a good dude and stuff, but to see him just go, you know what, Cody, you forced my signature, you did something illegal. I like that. You know what? That's what I needed. You know what I mean? It's kind of like how in Tekken 8, Heihachi just had like no memory of anything. He just headbutted the media. It's like, oh yeah, I hate my son. Like that's kind of, you know what I mean? That's kind of crazy. It kind of came out of nowhere, right? But I don't know. Sunday night finna be real interesting. Street fight. There's gonna be a lot of shenanigans. Who knows what happens? Heel turn, double turn, face turn, I don't know, but be prepared. Then the next match on the night was Julia versus Zelina Vega. Great match, fantastic. And matches like that is why we need Julia to wrestle. She is not the Chelsea Green type that can be like a backstage promo kind of person and go off character. That's not her. She's a primarily a wrestler, like a Gunther. How he was during the IC title reign. That's practically what she is. Right, and now that she has Kiana James, we can do a little more of the character and the promo stuff, but her primary role is a wrestler, and just let her wrestle. I'm not saying you gotta do it every week, but you know what I mean? Do it consistently, you know what I mean? Because she's good enough to do that, definitely. She doesn't have to hold it for very long, or anything like that, right? But now that she has Kiana James, she's more of a personality. She can wrestle too. You know what I mean? Let it cook for a little bit, but still keep it wrestling though. And then we had an open challenge to the AAA Tag Championships. And let me say this: the integration for AAA and WWE has been pretty good, right? Dom is down there now. He's like, I heard he's supposed to be going for like a world title or something like that. Like, yeah, them being the tag champs, Los Guards are being the tag champs. Like. Yeah, the Worlds Collide thing like 2 months ago. Like a month and a half, 2 months ago. I'm liking the fact that they're doing more integration between the two, kind of like they're doing with TNA. I kind of think they're doing a better job with TNA, but it's really not that big of a difference. And I like to, appreciate that. I like to see more AAA guys coming to WWE. Not every week, not every show. Something like this. And the guy that they brought this week, Mr. Iguana, that's my new favorite wrestler. Drop the merch. Hey, that's my GOAT. That is my GOAT. La Yesca, Mr. Iguana, that's my GOAT. Greatest wrestler in the world, I don't think. I was unfamiliar with your game. Now I'm familiar. We here. We like that. But anyway, we continue. We had the match between Aleister Black and Damian Priest. Aleister Black low-key a crash out, bro. He just threw the chair at bro's face. Like, dang. The feud's gonna continue for a little longer. They probably gonna have that match at Clash of Paris. Who knows? It's probably gonna be a stipulation match. Probably like a no DQ match or something like that. Street fight, no DQ, something like that. It's gonna be cool. Could extend it even further. But my real question is, like, where's R-Truth? Right, he's the whole reason this feud started, and you haven't seen him in like 3 weeks, almost a month now. We haven't seen R-Truth. Like, ever since he like pinned Aleister Black in like a short, quick match, we haven't seen him since. So it's like, what happened? Like, is this push done? Like, I get it. R-Truth was never going to be like a world champ, right? People who really thought that were kind of crazy, but like, you're supposed to at least be putting him on TV. Like, at least put him in something. He could have integrated him with this feud somehow, but like, it's like, what are we doing with him now? Like, is he just like back to what he was before, just a comedy act that just randomly appears? Is he going to be like a slightly serious guy that surprisingly appears? Like, what's going on? But anyway, we had the debut of Tala Tonga versus Jimmy. He looks solid, nothing too crazy. I'm not saying he's like a big deal, but like, could be cool. And shenanigans, comes out with the win. Sola comes out, beats up Jimmy. Jacob comes out, still he actually the steel cage alone, and it just stops like halfway just for Jacob to make his entrance. I'm like, bro, that's not just closing. Like, just let the thing finish at that point. But it is what it is. It's WWE. Come on now. Does anything make sense? No. But comes in, Jacob comes in, does his thing, beats everybody up. Typical things. Pretty obvious what they were leading to. But that steel cage match on this weekend at SummerSlam, it's been to be cool. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be cool. And then we had the main event segment, which was okay. It's basically the same thing we've seen in the last couple weeks. Not a bad segment. It's just like a repeat of what we've seen before. I personally would have switched the main event with the opening segment, so we can end the show on this like a happy note, like a happy, confusing, what does he mean kind of note. I think that would have been better. But yeah, overall, this SmackDown kind of mid. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't bad. It was just, besides like the John Cena thing and the Julia match. Do we really need anything? Yeah, the Misty Iguana thing was cool. It was fire. It was fun. It was amazing. But like, besides that, like, what do we really do? Like, besides the fact that Misty Iguana appeared, like that match was okay. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. It was okay. Aleister Black thing, was kind of expected. That was never going to end on a SmackDown, right? Tala Tonga, it was just a lead up to get Jimmy beat up again. And the main event was a repeat of what we saw several times already. So like, what was really accomplished with this episode? But hey, those are my thoughts on SmackDown. Let me know yours in the comments. And while you're down there, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that noty bell for more wrestling videos. This is the Ghost of Wrestling signing out. See ya.